Now, that means that you're taking sewage and pushing them toward your kitchen. I think that's insane. That lacks practicality. You don't see it anywhere in nature. Everybody's trying to get rid of the waste out of the house because they're toxic. No question about it. So you must understand that there's another channel for eliminating cellular waste, and it becomes very obvious. And you can see this firsthand. And you can see when you correct this problem of the inability to remove cellular waste, and you can begin to see the effects of that. So let's look at the great lymphatic system, because when we look in the body and we cut a piece of liver tissue off and we put it under a microscope and we throw it up on the wall, what do we see? We see a bunch of cells and two major fluids. One of the major fluids is moving fairly quick. That's the blood. Now the blood only comprises 1/4 of this fluid. Only 1/4 of the fluid, and medical doctors are fixated on that fluid? Are we really? What's 3/4 of interstitial fluids? That's right. That's your lymph fluids. Your lymph fluids is your thicker lipid-based, probably cholesterol-based, lipid-based fluid. It's a thicker mucousy fluid. The mucosa that lines your mouth, your sinuses, lines the whole body, the gut, the lungs, the bronchi. All that mucosa is part of your lymph system. Your lymph system is the body's gigantic sewer system / main immune system. Even your blood dumps into the lymph system what it doesn't want. Just like in the kitchen, if you don't want it, throw it in the trash or put it down the food disposal. That's what your body does. The blood must keep itself clean. It's the pizza delivery guy. It's the guy that brings on the goodies. Can't do everything. You can't dump waste in your blood, and you'll see real soon here why you can't do that. There must be another path outside to the outside world. And you'll see that path. Now let's look at the great lymphatic system. When you look at these fluids flowing around the cell, the blood is carrying nutrition and moving right along. What you have here, you have the arteries bringing in the blood and the veins taking away the used up oxygenated blood and stuff. So what you've got is you've got capillaries here on the venous side, and you have capillaries here on the lymph side. Now, the problem with the venous capillaries, they're too small for most proteins and acids and cells, so the body can't dump waste back that way. It must go the lymph way. So the lymph takes any damaged cells, the lymph takes all the waste from cells and carries them to the lymph vessels. Now, we have blood vessels, but no one's ever talked to you about your lymph vessels. And your lymph vessels simply are the sewer pipes in the human body that carry waste from the cells to the little chambers where these wastes are acted upon. And this chamber is the same chamber your house has out in the yard, or the city has if you live in a swankier neighborhood. So let's look at it in terms of comparing your body sewer system to your home sewer system, because they're identical. So when you have to go to the bathroom, we find a toilet or a hole or something, but in a house we generally have toilets here. We put our waste in toilets, we flush the toilet. We know our wastes are being pushed through the sewer pipes by the water. We know, if you know a little more about it, you know that out in the yard is a septic tank. Now, you know septic tanks are designed to where all your waste go into them. The liquids are ran off to the drain field and absorbed back down into the aquifers, being filtered through all the layers. But your solids are staying in the tank. Now, who's in that tank just waiting for supper to come along? Bacteria. Absolutely. Your septic tank is full of bacteria. I used to build custom homes for a living, and when I put in a new septic tank, friends would say, "Did you seat it?" I said, "No, I don't seat the septic tanks. You'll smell it for a couple of days, but it won't take long." Because you can't keep microbes out. Well, this ridiculous, I gotta wash my hands, bacteria. Tell that to an old farm boy that's lived on a farm around all kinds of hogs and cattle and all kinds of things. Don't be afraid of bacteria. Be afraid of waste. If you're going to be afraid of anything, don't be afraid of the messenger. Be afraid of what your bacteria is acting upon. This is the problem. medical doctors still go by this antiquated Jenner-Pasteur theory of the germ. And wasn't it Pasteur, I believe, died on his deathbed saying, whoops, nope, I'd killed one of my kids trying to prove something that's fallacy? We still live by that. That's what I love about science. It is about as constipated as you can get. Biological transmutations was introduced in the early 1900s, and some chemists are still going, Every biochemist I know of disagrees. Every chemistry professor disagrees to some extent. So just understand that science is already here. Science is God. Science is nature. This is a large laboratory or biosphere that is supporting untold amount of life forms on it. God knows and has it down, not man. Man is too busy trying to dispel what God did or put some kind of curve on it that has no basis in reality. What's going on is going on in life, and it's going on without the help of man. What man's doing is toxifying the planet even more. So your body does the same thing, from the cells to the lymph vessels to the body's septic tanks, and you've got hundreds and hundreds of septic tanks in your body. My house only has one. And the septic tanks in your body, of course, are called lymph nodes. And your lymph nodes are full of immune cells to take care of any damaged cells and bacteria. Now, what is the role of bacteria? To break down sewage? Same sewage in your septic tank as in your body? Absolutely. Because what is in a septic tank? Urine and stool. And I just gave away where your body gets rid of waste, didn't I? I just gave that to you. Because from the lymph nodes, medical doctors believe you reabsorb waste back into the venous system. They don't even consider lymph nodes as a big deal. They soon cut out your tonsils or adenoids or appendix or any lymph node you want. Just cut it. If it's swollen, cut it out. Okay, so let's look at this. Let's say that you got up in the morning, you use the toilet, you flush the toilet, and pretty soon you go, oh my God, this is backing up in my house. Something's blocked. So you call a septic man out. He comes out and he says, well, sir, your septic tank's full out there. Going to have to remove it. Well, don't I need a septic tank, sir? No, sir. No, we can get that right out of there for you. Well, okay. So what if my septic tank was full and I had it removed instead of simply cleaned out? I had it removed, but I kept using and flushing the toilet in the house. Think that'd be a bit of a problem for me in the house? Absolutely. It'd start backing up in the house and run me right out, wouldn't it? Well, when you take a lymph node out, you got cells on the other side of that lymph node dumping their waste to that lymph node. What happens to that? Well, in many cases, the word was lymphedema, meaning your lymph system backed up, your sewer system backed up. But this isn't just a sewer system. Oh, no. We're not to the best part yet. So you never remove lymph nodes, just simply clean them out. And if you have a cancer cell in the lymph nodes, where else would you want the body to take these cells? Got any idea? You want to throw them in the blood, something like that? You know, that's obvious. That's your system that cleans you. That's your immune system. That's the system that helps the body keep clean. Just remember that. This is a vital system that's 3/4 of interstitial fluids. 3/4 of the fluids that flow around all your cells is your lymphatic fluids. Now, from the lymph nodes, where does your waste go? Not back into the blood system. You can convert some of this chemistry, but most of it has to be eliminated to the outside world. Where do you think your body does that? Through the liver? I've had people say through the liver. Through the liver doesn't expel to the outside world. No. But your 3 kidneys do. You have 3 kidneys that are the main eliminative organs of cellular waste, not your stool, your kidneys. Your right kidney drains your right head, your right arm, your right breast, your chest, your right hip, your right knee, your right leg, your right ovary, your right testicle, part of the uterus. Your left does the same thing. Well, wait a minute. I said 3 kidneys. 3 kidneys. Oh, forgot one. The skin. This is your largest kidney. It's wrapped all the way around you. Why do you sweat for? What would be the value of a fever? This is simple stuff that medical doctors should be taught and should know. And you're going to these people that don't know this? That's scary. Because I spent a lot of years in emergency rooms, and all I saw with American medical doctors, stopping fevers, giving antibiotics. So instead of letting the sewage come out of the person, they kill the bacteria that's eating on it, they break the fever, they stop the body from eliminating its sewage. Oh yeah, the sewage is still there. Oh yeah, no problem. That's not the problem. It was simply the bacteria eating on the sewage that was the problem. Yes, there's some gnarly bacteria, but there's some very gnarly septic systems out there that are really highly clogged. The average person has a major problem in the lymphatic system. The problem with the kidneys, they must filter these cellular wastes. And there's a couple of glands, one on each top of each kidney, called the adrenal glands. They control the kidney. And when the adrenals are down, the kidneys are down. And it probably started the other way with all these high-protein diets, which are known to damage the kidneys. And then, of course, that broke down the lymph system, and that backed up into the adrenals, and now we have so much adrenal problems. The adrenal glands are unbelievable to you. They run your autonomic nervous system. That's all your neurotransmitters. They also neurologically affect your elimination from stool to urine. Then you have all your steroids, from cortisol, that is sugar metabolism, hence hypo or hyperglycemia, all the way to stilbestrol, breast shapes and sizes, all the way to mineral utilization, except for calcium, that's parathyroid. So you got tons of things going on, your estrogens, your testosterones, your aldosterones. You get all these sort of things are all created in the adrenals. So to have those adrenals down, not real good. Just in the beginning of this, I was dressing a lady that thought it would be okay to take corticosteroids in terms of pharmaceutical steroids because that would heal the adrenal glands. No doctor on this planet believes that. If he does, he should turn in his license, because most doctors at every level know that it has the opposite effect. It weakens the adrenal glands. That's why you don't keep people on steroids long. This is why a lot of veterinarians won't even give steroids to animals, because it shuts down their adrenal glands. What's the wisdom in that? There is none. The wisdom is making the adrenal glands healthy again. So understanding this gigantic lymph system is in your body is vital. So pretty easy, right? So far, your body's just a bunch of cells, two major fluids. One's blood, which is only 1/4 of this interstitial or fluid that flows around the cell, and 3/4 is the lymphatic fluids that flow around the cells. Vital to understand that, right? The kidneys, the 3 kidneys, are the eliminative organs of cellular waste, not digestive waste. Very little cellular waste go through the colon. Even the colon dumps its waste through the kidneys. Yes. You leaving?
I'm leaving.
You are? Okay. Hang tight. I'll turn this off. I apologize for that. It was a little intermission. Got some good friends down from different places, and so had to say goodbye. So getting back to this lymph system, you must understand how that works and how simple it is to understand that. Just think of how your home sewer system works, and that's how your body sewer system works. It's that simple. But where we differ is the understanding of the kidneys. When you pee in a jar and your urine is clear to a little yellow to maybe amber, okay, no problems. It doesn't matter what color when you're detoxifying. But if your urine is clear, there's no sediment in the urine, there's no mucus threads in the urine, you're not filtering your lymph system. Remember, your urine should have chemistry in it. For males that pee in a toilet, your urine should head toward the bottom of the toilet. It should be more dense than the water.